How to design house front design that suits you. Introduction. Designing a building and constructing it on land is a big task in itself, and much technical knowledge requires in this process. Every construction project is unique in itself and has its own complexity. Usually, when thinking about exterior designing, we consider only the appearance of the project, only we take reference of the previously designed admired project and design something like that. There are some other considerations, which we need to consider, like client taste, climate factors, proper sunlight, buffer to avoid excessive noises, and historical impact. In this way, we have to design something that helps in the environment, is aesthetically pleasing, and has commercial value. What is the house front elevation design of the house? When we talk about house front design or 3D front elevation design, we refer to the building view from which we assume the appearance of the building. It is designed as per the 2D floor plan. House front elevation is designed by using various software by elevation designers. By 3D elevation design, we can easily feel the house design and get a clear view of the post-completion stage of the project before the building gets constructed, so that it can modify if not meet your expectations. There are two types of building that architects design. The first one is iconic and the second one is aesthetic appealing. As a good elevation designer, one should follow both of the factors in our buildings. Exterior design is not only an artistic representation of buildings but also a great use of strategies of science and technology for maximum use of solar passive energy to reduce maintenance charge, which will be beneficial throughout the life of the building. It is also known as facade designing and exterior designing. The importance of house elevation design, or why we need house front design of house. The front design of the house shows the lifestyle of the person who lives in it. As elevation designers, we should give house front elevation a unique identity. It should be a priority that the elevation design should meet your ideas. If we don't give priority to elevation design, the building may completely look different from your ideas. A good elevation designer can increase the value and exposure of the property. Elevation design also assists construction workers to visualize the building design, material and other specifications. Type of front elevation design of house. There are misconceptions between type and style. Type and style both are important parts of the front elevation design of a house. We think type and style are the same things. The elevation is the part of architectural drawing. It is an orthographic projection, parallel projection, of any part of the building which may be visible or invisible from the outside of the building, like the kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, or any other interior or exterior detail. It provides detail of the elements that correspond to the finished home, like measurement, material detail, finishes, etc. The style of the building is the look and feel of the building. Different types of elevation can be segregated into the following. 1. Front side elevation, approach view. 2. Rear side elevation, back view. 3. Left side elevation, left view. 4. Right side elevation, right view. 5. Sectional elevation, cutting building at the given line, used for material type, the thickness of elements, and many more. Besides, there can be other elevations, sometimes refers as extra profile elevations, as per our need in construction. Any hidden detail which is not shown in the above 4 elevations and typical in construction, may be the elevation of interior elements or hidden. Style of house front design. Everyone wants to ensure that the building looks the same as he/she assumed in his/her dreams. But it's not possible every time to understand what the client exactly wants, lack of sketching knowledge, software knowledge, etc. To short out this problem and understand the client test, there is a solution named style. By showing different types of styles, we can know the taste of the client. There are many types of elevation design used in construction, but we are going to focus on the style which is major used in India. These styles are listed below. 1. Contemporary asymmetrical features and bold geometry from different style elements. 2. Modern simple, minimalism, and elegant in appearance. 3. Traditional or classic use of old design elements like Kerala, Rajasthani, etc. 4 mix use of 2 or more styles. 6 minimalist used elements are placed simply and have a purpose. 7 simplex elevation for single-floored building. 8 duplex for a 2-floored building. 9 triplex for 3-floored building. 10 bungalow 1 or 1.5 story with maximum living. 13 villa with garden and yard space and luxury spaces. Things should keep you in mind before designing the house front design. It's one of the most important parts of any building. It should be impressive and beautiful. By using a basic principle and elements of designing, it can be improved. There are a few important points which should remember while designing any house. Always design such kind of elevation designs which should be maintained easily. It means it could be cleaned and restored easily. Modern house design is a great example of it. While designing a building's exterior design, always remember one most important point, which is safety, which means always using such elements which will not become a weakness to the safety perspective. The next important point is privacy, which should be from neighbors, public streets, and byways. By using proper elements like trees, buffer walls, etc., it can be achieved. The placement of the doors and windows on the external wall in such a way that it can use maximum natural energy resources like solar passive energy, the cost of electricity can be minimized. Maintain the hygiene as sun ray destroy the insects of the building. It should be beneficial throughout life. Always try to keep building in such a way that it should allow maximum natural light. The building elements should be designed in such a way that they should be appearing as a whole, not as parts. This is also called harmony in building elements. Always keep in mind the structural. Don't use such elements which are not possible from the structural point of view, or using such kind of element increases project cost. Proportion plays a very important role in all kinds of design. Always use visually pleasing proportions throughout the design. Create a focal point in the building by using contrast, isolation in building elements, placement of elements, and the massiveness of elements. There are many mathematics calculations used in elevation design, like the golden ratio, which brings artistic balance in design, and the modular given by Le Corbusier, which helps to achieve harmony in elements. Door and window arrangements should be such a way that occupants enjoy the maximum view of hills, greenery, and others. Use locally available material. At last but most important thing, 3D design should be practical so that it should be exactly constructed. Best way to design the house front elevation. There are two main ways to design a house front design. The first one, hiring a local architect, and the second one is online designing by Team Imagination Shaper. Choosing the right elevation designer and design is difficult, so expert advice is valued a lot. When it comes to choosing the right design, elevation design, or architect plays an important role. By coordinating with the architect, the 3D designer translates house plans into the visual front design. The best way to design a front elevation design of the house is by designing from a Team Imagination Shaper. We have a well-organized style palette to understand you better. How can we help you in home front designing as an elevation designer? Are you thinking about giving your home a new elegant look? It's not easy to design a front elevation of a house for a normal person. By using our 3D designing service, you can easily evaluate what your home design should be, in which you are investing your fortune. If you want to give an appealing, elegant and pleasant look to your home and want functional spaces, it's very easy. Just call us at our contact number and get a free quote and consultation. As an elevation designer, our team always tries to understand your requirement, aspirations, and imagination so that we can design the best which suits your expectations. We have thousands of happy customers in India as well as all around the globe. As an elevation designer, we are confident to serve unique home designs within budget. We have designed almost every style, like modern, Kerala style, minimalist elevation, contemporary elevation, classic elevation, and other styles of elevation design. These styles are majorly used in India. We provide designs for the small house which you can navigate through our website. You can take a look at our design online for free on our website. What you get from us in elevation designing. There are two types of exterior designing services we provide. The first one is full designing service and the second one is elevation design service. In full designing service, we provide the following drawings. 1. Floor planning with furniture layout. 2. 3D front elevation design. 3. Structure drawing. Center line plan, 4 column marking. Excavation drawing. Footing or foundation detail. Plinth and slab level beam details and their measurements. Roof details. Staircase details. Boundary wall structure. 4 working drawing. Working plans. Door and window schedule. 2D front elevation. Section details. Electrical detail. Plumbing detail. And in the elevation designing service, we provide the following drawings. 1. 3D front elevation design. 2. 2D front elevation detail. You can take service as per your requirement.